Good morning. It is October 1st. Welcome to, I guess, maybe the first week to 2 weeks of my vlog. So what's going on in the next couple of weeks? Hopefully my food will increase a little bit more after the show. Hopefully cardio will come down a little bit more, which will be great. I'm off to work a little bit early. My first client comes a little early this morning because they live out of town and it's hard to coordinate times and stuff. So I'm going to do that. And I took this morning off from the gym. It's supposed to be my back shoulder day because, so the last 2 weeks I felt like right here, kind of like a pinchy, weird pain. And I was getting my massage done on Monday, and you're laying on your stomach first and they get you to turn over. And when I went to turn over, I felt like and I was like, ooh, I said to the massage guy, I'm like, I feel like it's not out of place, but I also feel like it's not really in place. So he went and got his instructor, and they're looking at it, they're like, yeah, I don't know, we think it's this, we think it's that. However, it keeps doing that since then. So I'm gonna try, it's like 7:30 and my chiropractor opens up at 8. So hopefully they can get me in today because I feel like it's like not quite out, if that makes sense. So with Ehlers-Danlos, you can get like subluxation of joints and easily dislocate stuff. It doesn't happen that often with me. It happens more with my ribs or my hips. Hasn't happened really to my shoulder before. It's happened to my wrists. So we're gonna see if he can fix that because he is familiar with Ehlers-Danlos and not a lot of people are, or they just think that it's, oh, you're just a little extra flexible. It's not just that. So looking forward to getting in to see him hopefully. And I'm just packing up my little bag for the day. I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks. It's so strange, for like October 1st, it is so unseasonably hot. Like almost 30 degrees Celsius yesterday and today. What? Like a month ago, barely a month ago, it was -3 at night. And last night it was only like cooled off to 18 Celsius. So that's very warm. Anyway, I'm enjoying every second of it. And yeah, that's all I got. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. I'm running errands in my car, and I thought today was gonna be like a super simple day, right? Go to work, go for a chiropractor. Turns out I need to run. Someone has to get a new watch battery, and jewelry stores just don't do it anymore. Like regular jewelry stores, so I have to go to a goldsmith. I'm like, can we just get you a new watch? That might be easier. And then they messed up a prescription. I'm not sure who did, whether it was the prescriber or the pharmacy, so I have to go sort that out. And our one doctor's office that we use all the time for our family, they are so busy that they just can't seem to ever answer the phone. So I'm gonna pop in to book someone's appointment because that is easier. Then I'm gonna make my way to my chiropractor appointment to fix my little wing. I'm living the dream. With no interest in buying, I still love checking out all the jewelry, and also, thank goodness, I take all my meals with me. Not eating here, that's so gross. I'm waiting. I'm having such a hard time processing this right now. Like, I went to the chiropractor, I thought, oh, maybe my little joint is subluxed or something. Turns out it's a labrum tear and likely a torn rotator cuff. So he wants me to not train my shoulders until it heals, or I could put myself at risk of needing surgery. Like freaking Ehlers-Danlos, okay? Ehlers-Danlos syndrome sucks. It is what it is. I'll try and work my way around it. We did the first laser treatment today in his office. He could do it right away. I'm gonna go twice a week minimum for like probably 4 weeks and see if we can get it to heal. Fingers crossed for me, please. Guess what, guys? It's bath time. It's bath time. Ready? Jaja doesn't mind her little tub time. It's Nathan and warm and she gets all kinds of attention. Little Coco, she is not sure. She's trying to get out. At one point, she climbs on her big sister's back and tries to escape. I just bathed my dogs. I don't know, seeing how I'm on a roll. I should stay on the roll. So I started cleaning out my car. And then I was like, okay, I found all this like random shit. All this crazy stuff. I can't be the only one. Like some of the weird things I found, okay? Why is there a pump? I don't know. An empty lip gloss. Lip sun protection, which of course we know. Hot sauce. All kinds of stuff in my car. It's disgusting. I'm really embarrassed about it actually. So I'm gonna take some time before I go to my laser appointment for my shoulder and see if I can make this car look less embarrassing. Like I wouldn't even want to take a friend anywhere in it. I don't know why. Just being a busy girl and just not cleaning up. It's not dirty. Well, yeah, it's pretty dusty. So I just left my second laser appointment and I feel like it's a little bit better. But so we did that and I ran into my old massage therapist who is now working there, which is awesome. And I am doing another prescription run. It's Monday morning, and this past weekend for me was rough. You wanna know why? Because originally, like my plan this whole year was to compete in Saskatoon in September, and then like 3 weeks later, if things went well, to head to Toronto to compete. That was the plan all year. I mean, I almost booked my hotel. Like I was so sure that was gonna happen. And then obviously with my abdominal wall, I wasn't able to hold my core, and we've talked about that before. And so we decided, don't waste my time, don't waste my money, resources, all of it, to wait to get my stomach fixed, right? And then hit next year. It makes sense. Still to me makes sense. It is still the best decision. However, that little athlete in me, little, Friday night, when I actually sat down and thought about like, oh my gosh, if I was there, I'd have my tan on. Oh my goodness. I want to be there so badly. I actually had some tears in my eyes. And then the next day at work, one of my coworkers was like, yeah, right. And I was like, this is gonna sound so dumb. I said, today is the big show in Toronto. And I'm crying, like wiping tears off my face. And she's like, it's okay, it's okay. I'm like, no, this is dumb. Like, why am I so emotional about this? And then she's like, it's because you care. And you love the sport and you want to be there. I'm like, oh, I really do care. I love this so much. And it was weird. So I asked my little friend, Chad GPT, what to do, right? So the Chat GPT gave me, which at work we call him either Chad or Chaz. So sometimes mine is Chaz. and they gave me like mantras to say during the weekend to remind myself that I made the right choice, that taking care of myself is the best thing to do, and that with core like that, I wasn't gonna do well anyway. It's all in my head in September about hold your core, hold your core, hold your core, and not feeling good about what my core looked like. That then when I stepped on stage, it all came out. So I know I wasn't going, I know I wouldn't do well because of that, right? And the other thing that this lovely little AI said to me is stay off of your social media for a couple days. You don't want to see it, and that's what your feed is all going to be. Just stay off of it. And I did. And I didn't look at it until last night, because after resting all day yesterday, like I took my daughter to get her nails done, which was good, and I had a little nail repair, so I got that done, spent some time with her, listening to her little giggles and her stories. And then, I relaxed. Oh, my husband's alarm is going off. I was in a way better headspace, and I was actually able to look and see the girls that did really well at Fit Model in Toronto and check out their photos and enjoy them and be happy for them. And it was like,
It was so good. But I just wanted to share, like, it was definitely hard. Anyway, I just took my check-ins for my coach. So my weight has, I think we've found like my true maintenance for this weight. So I'm 2 pounds above stage weight, and my weight has been identical, not off even by a point anything, that like from 10 days ago. So we'll see. So I don't know if we're gonna maintain here. I don't think so, because I think we need to build a little bit more. So we'll see. I'll let you know what goes on, if the cardio is gonna come down a little bit more again, because that'd be kind of nice, right? It'd be really nice. What else is going to take? Oh, so many appointments. Maybe I'll take you along with me. And I did. So I love the bodybuilding community because, you know, you're always making new friends, right? And this new trainer friend of mine, we were talking about my glute training, which is good, right? So my coach is very like on it, right? But there was something that I had missed. So I'm gonna include some of my glute training from yesterday. Yesterday was glutes day. So I'm gonna put that in here too. And what else? That's about it for now. See you soon.
I'm sitting in my car waiting to go into my osteopath appointment, and you know, I was thinking earlier today that a lot of things happened to us, right? Looking back over this last year, I don't know anybody who didn't go through something, but there's always a way that we can reframe it. There's always a way that, like, we don't have to let our lives or our goals completely fall to shit, right? We can use it as a time to double down on our goals and really look at our priorities, because there were a few times this year myself where I'm like, oh, no one would blame me if I just said F this. No one would. No one would care, right? They'd be like, girl, I get it. And I know you've been through things in your life like that too, where sometimes you just want to like eat everything in the pantry, say screw this. It's easier to stop at any fast food place on the way home, or not eat, or not go to the gym, or not practice posing, or do all the things that are important to us when we're feeling well and things are going well. But what I'm finding, especially as I get older, so when I was in my 20s and I'd go to the gym, that would for surely be how I'd handle things. Like if something went weird, I just don't feel very well, I think I'm gonna skip the gym. And I could convince myself that that's okay. And by not feeling very well, I might mean meant to be, I might mean just I'm a little bit whatever, like not actually sick, right? Because if I'm actually sick, I don't go to the gym. But now I find when I'm having those stressors, no one would blame me if I didn't go, but I would look at myself differently. I would lose faith in myself. I would lose faith in when I tell myself I'm going to do something for myself, that I'm worth these actions, and I don't follow through in it. It's like, in effect, I'm telling myself that I don't believe that I'm worth it. That is unacceptable to me, right? To tell myself that. So what I do is I make the meals, right? And I go to the gym, because I've never eaten something that I've prepared for myself that's in line with my menu plan or my nutritional goals or anything where I've been upset with myself. Not once. There have been multiple times though over my lifetime where I disregarded that, because no one would blame me if I just stopped here and got that, or if I just did any, things that aren't in line with my goals. I felt bad. I felt like I couldn't trust myself. I felt like I was disappointed in my behavior, truthfully, right? same thing with going to the gym. I've never gotten to the gym and within like a few minutes after starting gone, man, girl, you need to go home, right? Like it doesn't happen. Usually by the time I've got my backpack and I'm walking across the parking lot, my podcast starts going, or I'm listening to my music, or I see other people hyped to get there, it kind of gets you excited. I've never left there saying I wish I hadn't done that, especially if we're going through things that are trying, whether they're at work or at home. I find that that's the time that the gym becomes for me almost like a grounding place where I can work on my body, because when I'm tiring my body, it almost like frees my brain up, because I'm thinking, I'm counting reps, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But in those moments of working on myself and staying true to my goals I get confidence that whatever I'm going through, I will make it through, right? So these things build confidence in yourself and in your ability to get through whatever tough time you're going through. I don't remember if I told you, or how much I shared, but my husband had been in the hospital for a month and he was on life support for a while. Yeah, we didn't think it was going to end up very well. So I did miss probably 2.5 weeks at the gym, maybe a little bit longer than that. And then my family, my mom and my sisters were like, I think that you need to go there and you can't drive yourself right now. How about after rounds at the hospital are over, we take you and we drop you off, because you need to go. It is good for you. It is one of your coping mechanisms. And I'm like, oh my God, I felt so seen, right? And that it wasn't a selfish thing, that I needed that space or time for myself. And then later on, once my husband had the ability to speak again, one of the first things that he said to me was, "Did you make it to the gym this morning, babe?" And I said, "No." And at that moment in time, I realized how loved I am and supported I am in taking care of myself, so that I can then in turn be there for my family, right? It was just so beautiful. And also in that moment, I felt like, have you ever looked at your kids and been like, I want to take better care of your mom for you? I don't know that I ever felt that about my husband. Like, I never thought I need to take better care of Troy's wife. Anyway, I don't know what brought that up this morning. This weekend was a little bit rough. And just emotionally, like nothing crazy, like just life was good. But as you're healing through things, right? Sometimes you just have things that come up. And it really just highlighted that for me, that gym time, or whatever it is you promise yourself that's important to you for your self-care and taking care of yourself, whether it's you make sure you get to see your therapist, you floss your teeth or do your skincare routine, whatever those things are to you, that you continue doing them no matter what, because it will build your belief in yourself that you can get through anything, because you can. Anyway, see you soon. I know that this format size isn't the right size for a YouTube video. However, so last Tuesday I started getting a stomach ache. Like, little tummy ache, no big deal. I get stomach aches, IBS. What girl doesn't have IBS? Wednesday morning, I call. The Saskatchewan has a health nurses hotline. I call and she's like, "You should probably go to the hospital." I'm like, I'm also don't want to be dramatic, so I'm just gonna work all day and we'll see what happens. By the time I got home Wednesday night from work, I walked in this door, set my purse down, went upstairs, climbed into bed with my work clothes on. I was done. That is not like me. We had company on the couch. My father-in-law, my husband, and one of our besties were sitting there, and I was like, I don't even have the energy. My stomach hurts so much. So then Thursday morning, I got an emergency appointment with my family doctor. I go in, I'm family doctor's clinic. New doctor to me. He touches my stomach. My body's like freaking out. And he's like, do you have anxiety? I'm like, not really, but right now, duh, you're touching my stomach and it freaking hurts. So he's touching my stomach. I'm like, he's like, I actually just can't tell, like, if you just have anxiety or if there's something serious. So you should probably go to the hospital. I'm like, I am not a domestic biatch, okay? My stomach hurts, yes. Maybe I'll go to urgent care because we have urgent care here. So I meet my mom for coffee because we had a date. So of course I'm gonna meet her. And then I go to urgent care. I wait in urgent care from 11 in the morning until about 5 p.m. At which point they do an x-ray and some blood work and they're like, maybe you're just constipated. I'm like, well, I've never felt like this before, so I don't think so. Well, you know, maybe it's just gas. I'm like, I don't think so. So they keep checking. So then they do a CT scan and they're like, did I say that already? Anyway, they do this. They're like, yeah, we don't really think there's anything really wrong, but just in case, let's send you over to the hospital. So they send me to the Pasco hospital. I get over there, I wait, and I get another test. I don't remember what test. Oh, this is where I got the CT scan. Get the CT scan. 11:30 at night. They're like, yeah, I don't really think there's anything wrong with you. I think you just have like indigestion. It's a lot of like, you just maybe have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay. They're like, come back in the morning though. It's now 11:30 at night. And we want you to come back at 9 in the morning. We're going to call you. So don't eat anything after midnight. Oh, right. It's 11:30 at night. Now we've told you from 8 this morning you couldn't eat. So I couldn't eat from 8 in the morning. Then it's 11:30 now. Finally, I can have a sip of water and something to drink or eat. Only for half an hour. I didn't get home till 12:15, so I had a little bit to eat and drink. Get back to the hospital Friday morning. They give me the ultrasound. And then, because I hadn't eaten for like pretty much 2 days, I had a banana in my bag. And let me just tell you, not only after being on prep for a while, and my coach had just put banana back in, I'm like, I have a banana in my purse. I'm gonna eat that freaking banana. And let me tell you, I ate that banana like a banana has never been eaten before. I enjoyed the shit out of it. So then, wait all day. Finally, I don't know, it was like 2 p.m. They're like, your stomach really hurts. I'm like, yeah. Like, we need to take your gallbladder out. I'm like, like, does it hurt up here? I'm like, no, it hurts around my left side and around my back. That's not typical. I'm like, I'm not typical. I don't know what to tell you. So we probably get you in tonight. So you still can't eat anything. And because you had the banana earlier today, we have to wait 12 hours. Not even quite 12 hours. So they were hoping they were going to be able to get me in that night by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night to get my gallbladder out. So now I haven't eaten again. I had a banana in 48 hours. You're going to be hungry. You see how much I eat. It's probably not a lot of calories. I love food. Couldn't eat or drink. I am like the thirstiest woman ever. So I'm like, all right. So finally, Friday night, 9:30 p.m. They're like, oh, I had been admitted to hospital. First of all, actually, let me tell you, they started giving me the antibiotics for my gallbladder while I was waiting in the emergency room waiting room. Not even like behind the fucking curtain. Out in public with an IV in my arm. I'm looking like I got the herpes gonorrhoealitis or something. They're running antibiotics through my thing. Then I'm carrying around a freaking like IV pole through when people are waiting to get admitted. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. Thank God my mom and my husband came and waited with me. It was just, it was a scene, let me tell you. And so then, finally, Saturday morning, like, we should be able to do it today. I'm like, oh, thank God. A couple of my friends were like, oh my God, it's so easy. In and out in 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. It's like hardly any big deal. Let me tell you, I don't think I'm a weak bitch. It is a big deal. They disconnect your gallbladder from your liver and attach your liver straight to your intestines. So they did my surgery Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Morning at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Saturday. So then they did it then. And I was expecting, oh, it'll be fine. I'll be home by like 2 or 3. At 5:30 p.m. they're like, you should go home now. You can go home. I'm like, I don't want to go home. Like my abdomen, my muscles feel like they're about to rip apart. I wasn't ready. Anyway, they made me go home. My husband got me home safely. It is now Monday. So Sunday I had my phone off the entire day. The entirety of the day. I didn't talk to anybody. I missed Thanksgiving dinner because here in Canada it's Thanksgiving. So today we were going to make Thanksgiving dinner at home. We bought it all. And my husband got called into work. So we put it back in the refrigerator. I don't have an appetite anyway. And that's all right. Anyway, for all those people out there who minimize gallbladder surgery, shame on you.
Oh, hello. It is now Thursday, almost a week after my little incident, and I'm feeling so much better. I had no idea how tired I've been the last few months. Like, no clue. I thought it was just prep. That's what I thought it was. Turns out it was like actually paid for my gallbladder, and also PS, my last little segment where I was sitting on the couch. You know, little pain meds, a little relaxing. Anyway, so because we didn't get to have Thanksgiving at all, we were supposed to go to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, which would have been amazing because my sister is the best cook. Sorry, the other sister, you're good too, but you know, she's so good. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm actually starting to make my stuffing, and I'm making it homemade, and then I'm gonna make some gravy. I got my turkey lurkey sitting right here. My husband wants some carrots, some little carrots, and I'm gonna put make like a brown sugar yummy sauce on it. And okay, here's a question for you. I know, so my good sister makes her cranberry sauce from scratch. Of course she does. She's that sister, okay? I'm not that sister, and I'm okay with that. So here's the question. I do not, yes, they're canned. Sue me. Whole cranberry, I don't like it. As good as it is, whole cranberries, I don't know, it's like a texture thing. I don't like it at all. So, I'm totally jellied cranberry sauce girl. Let me know in the comments below which team you are. Obviously, whatever's homemade is always better, but do you like the whole cranberry? And my sister also puts, I don't know if she puts brandy in it, but she puts orange nutmeg. The flavor is delightful. Texture, okay. The jelly though, when you cut it in those slices and you get it out of the can, it's like, ooh, 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 ooh. And if you make a sandwich, it's in your meal plan, and you make a sandwich, and you cut it up and slice it, you put it in there, delightful. Anyway, I'll update you and let you know how it's going. But today's probably the end of this video, and then we'll start the new video, a fresh, right? Coming in hot with all that, because part of me is thinking I'm a little broken because I still have to have my hernia surgery. The other part of me is like, nah, you're a bad bitch. I can do this, right? I can do this. I still don't have an appetite. I've dropped weight. I think I'm actually lower now than I was on show day. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm prioritizing protein. We're working on it. It's gonna be, whew, just got really hot in here. So I am gonna make this, and hopefully we get a chance and I can show you what it looks like after, because it's very rare that I actually get to make a meal like this, because my husband is what I like to affectionately, look at this, what the hell? I like to affectionately call him a project takeover. Like, it wasn't long we first met. I would start a bowl, like a pasta. I have to start it. I could go to the moon and not worry, because you know the man's taking care of it. It's kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. But also there's kind of like, also today is our wedding anniversary. Yeah, so we got married in Mexico October 16th, 17 years ago. Then November 1st in Regina, we did our legal wedding ceremony. I'm such a gushy, romantic-y girl at heart. I like romantic-geeky girl at heart. And it's kind of neat because now we were getting married in Mexico, but we're at home celebrating. But November 1st, we'll be in Mexico. I'm so excited. I'm going to bring you guys along for all of that. And yeah, so I guess this is like our anniversary dinner, and it just feels so good to feel well enough and have the energy. Even though I'm still in pain for sure. Pain meds are off board, which is like even better. And I get to like make a meal for my family. I'm gonna make some cheddar biscuits, all the good stuff. Anyway, thanks for being along on this like silly freaking ride of my life. It's a redonk, actually. Anyway, thank you. Chat soon, homie. What a geek. That's okay. That's all right. I might cut that part out. I should probably cut that part out.
So this is my homemade stuffing. Before I place it in the bird, I cook part inside and then part outside. When I do my turkey, I also put big slabs of butter between the meat and the skin, as well as some spices. Makes it so juicy and tender. These carrots I decided to cook in brown sugar and honey because they're my husband's favorite. Gosh, it's looking so good already. And I don't know why I opened the oven and like I felt like it burned my freaking face off. My glasses were so fogged up. It's like, really, will I ever learn? Maybe not. That's okay. Just keep basting away. Then we had some beets from our friends. So I made the beets with some citrus and honey. Yeah, it was delicious. This is how I start my gravy. I don't know if it's called a roux, but I use butter as well as spices and gluten-free flour because I eat gluten-free food fat issues. It's starting to look yummy. Made some muffins. So this is what my beets are looking like. They were absolutely delicious. Gravy is coming along. It's quite the process, but I love cooking when I'm the only one in the kitchen. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm in anybody's way. You just take your time. Wait, here's the final turkey. Happy Thanksgiving and thanks for following.